Yo, yo. Don't mind me. I'm getting over a little you know what I'm saying? So if you hear me cough or hacking a video just a little bit, that's what's going on. But I had a conversation with a female friend of mine earlier today, and it didn't go well. Not saying that it turned out to be an argument, but it didn't go well because she didn't understand where I was coming from as far as what I was trying to teach her, right? And the reason why is because what I told her struck a nerve with her. So, you know how you have some people, when you tell them something they don't want to hear, their ears close automatically after that. They're not listening to anything else. Yeah, she one of them types. So, I got my point across and she helped to prove my point, but she didn't get the lesson. And the lesson that I was trying to give her is that the successes that we have in our lives, it never happens haphazardly. You know what I'm saying? It took a lot of effort. It took a lot of passion. It took a lot of determination, a lot of sacrifice. It took a lot of time. You know what I'm saying? And the only difference between the successes and the failures is really the amount of time. You know what I'm saying? So the point that I was making to her was, if you have something that you want in life and you don't have it, there's only a few reasons why that is, and all three reasons point to you. It don't point to a system. It don't point to excuse me. It don't point to a sky daddy. It don't point to things having aligned. None of that. It don't point to any of that. It points to you. Because even if you granted, even if you say, well, it's an alignment issue, right? Then that means either one or two things. It means that you're too early or you're too late. That's it. It still is on you. You know what I'm saying? So, we were talking about relationships and being realistic in relationships. And I told her, I said, the results that we have in our lives, it tells you what the reality of your situation is. You know what I'm saying? If you are the type, and I gave the analogy and it just went over her head. I said, if I'm the type of person that want to start a clothing brand, you know what I'm saying? And I'm building a team to start this clothing brand, but the people that I'm rubbing elbows with are musicians and they're studio engineers. 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to get that clothing brand off the ground. And if it does get off the ground, it'll be off of the ground. Excuse me. If it does get off the ground, it'll be because of me, of course. But it won't last long because, a successful business is about building teams and managing teams, right? So, and you can't do everything on your own. You can't do everything by yourself. So, it'll just be here today, going tomorrow. And you can't be mad at anybody but yourself because you're the one that decided to, hire people and slot them in different positions in this business and they don't belong in. You know what I'm saying? And that's because you either couldn't recognize that these type of people aren't a good fit for what you're looking for, or you're just not in a place where you have come to terms with the fact that you really don't want to start a clothing brand, and you'd be better off just starting a studio, starting a recording studio. You'll have more success there. But at the end of the day, it all ends, and it all starts with you. You know what I'm saying? If you desire to be married with children, you know what I'm saying, and you have a standard, and you meet people that meet your standards, you know what I'm saying, and you have no problem meeting and hanging out and conversing and interacting with these types of people, but you're still unmarried with children, then it's not the people, it's you. You know what I'm saying? And it's something that you got to figure out. And the way that you figure that shit out is you have to be honest with yourself. You got to be 100% honest with yourself. You know what I'm saying? There's so many people out here that have setbacks in their lives, and they don't even understand why they had the setback in the first place. And the reason why they don't understand why they had the setback in the first place is because they don't want to admit that they fucked up somewhere. They don't want to admit that they were wrong in some aspect. They don't want to come to terms with they really didn't know what the hell they were doing, and they were too prideful to ask for help, or they were being too cheap and didn't feel like they should have to pay somebody to teach them, right? Or go seek a mentor. Nah, I know what I'm doing. I don't need a mentor. Okay, well then you're only going to grow but so far. What mentors do, they point you in the right direction. They point you in the direction, and they also influence your ideas. They give you ideas. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So mentorship is extremely important in any type of area in your life that you want to grow in. You know what I'm saying? When you are trying to get a promotion at your job, and you're serious about it, you don't just sit there and try to hang around people that have a lower position than you and try to get advice from them. Nah, you get advice from your managers, right? Hey, what is it that I'm doing or not doing that that has stopped me from getting this promotion? You know what I'm saying? That aspect and that idea, it translates to every part of your life, especially relationships. That's a part of communication when we're talking about romantic relationships. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what am I doing or what am I not doing so that we're not growing? You know what I'm saying? What can I do better? What can, it is, people just, a lot of people, they don't have the emotional or mental maturity to ask those questions because their egos get in the way. You know what I'm saying? And those questions will have those answers. Like, a lot of people don't like hearing bad shit about themselves, right? They don't like being critiqued. You know what I'm saying? So, in order for you to grow, you have to get around that. You have to get over that shit. Because any type of growth comes with pain. You know what I'm saying? If you're working out and this is your first time, working out, you're going to be in a lot of pain and your body's going to be sore for a long time. But, come on now, you could have used your damn signal. For real? You're going to be sore, right? But if you don't work past that soreness and you just give up because it don't feel good, you'll never get that. You'll never hit that goal, that fitness goal that you're looking for. You're just going to give yourself another excuse on why give yourself another excuse why it's okay for you not to do it today. You know what I'm saying? And it's true, the way a person does a thing is the way that they do most things, right? And, people are so weak in society today. It's so entitled and so sheltered and fucking baby that when shit don't go their way or shit starts to get a little tough, they're ready to give up. Say, maybe it's not for me. Well, it's not for you because you quit. Like, quitting is failure. Let's just put that shit out there. Quitting is failure. You know what I'm saying? If you're working towards something and you're busy, you go out of business or whatever have you, you know what I'm saying? That's feedback. It only becomes failure if you never try it again. You know what I'm saying? If you can do more, sure, do more. But, yeah, there are times where you're going to have to recollect yourself. It takes some time to, regroup and recalibrate. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. Do that. But after you're done doing that, hopefully you came out with a better plan. Because what failures do is they teach you what don't work. And all you got to do is the opposite of what caused you to fail. And that brings success. It's really not hard. The hardest part is dealing with the fact that you're not perfect. That's the hardest part. Dealing with the fact that you're not perfect. And that nothing is going to be perfect. Right? And, I could say that was part of my failures as far as business is concerned. I wasn't I have trust issues in the realm of business because I've been stabbed too many times and I've been burnt too much, right? So I have trust issues that I don't trust that in some cases the people that I run into in business are either as passionate about what I'm doing or what's being done as I am, or are willing to go as far as I am to make sure that this thing succeeds, take off. Like, I'm the type, hey, I can't swim, right? But if I build a boat and it sink, guess what? I'm gonna die with that boat. I'm that type. And there's not a lot of people that are willing to do that. Especially if the dream wasn't theirs to begin with. Even if it was their dream, a lot of people ain't willing to die for their dream. They're not willing to, they're not willing to starve themselves or to be uncomfortable, so they can make their dreams come true. A lot of people out here are weak. You know what I'm saying? And that shit is corny. And I don't have respect for people like that. I have respect for people like that because those are the people that sit there and judge you the most. It's the people that never been where you are, or never done what you have done, or what you're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? They're the first ones to critique you and criticize and tell you that the shit ain't gonna work, and tell you what you should do. And usually when they tell you what you should do, it's some shit that they doing, which is regular basic shit that barely gets them by. So, yeah, that's my little rant, but yeah, man, it all starts and ends with you, and you have to You have to be honest with yourself if you want to fix it. You have to be completely transparent and honest with yourself. What's the fear? What's the fear? It's just you. You're not sharing it with anybody. It's just you. It's between you and you. And if you're scared to be honest and completely honest and 100 with yourself, then I can't help you. But that's all I got for the day. That's what was on my mind, man. Like I said, I'm a teacher. I'm not a leader. It's your job to lead yourself. Peace.